All right, let's take a tour of what is, without a doubt, the most complex object in the known universe. And no, I'm not talking about some distant galaxy or a quantum computer. I'm talking about that incredible piece of biological machinery sitting right inside your head. Let's get started.
So, to get our own neurons firing, let's kick things off with a question. What do you think is the most powerful computer on Earth? Is it some secret government supercomputer? Maybe a giant server farm that a tech company runs?
Well, the answer, as you might have guessed, weighs only about 3 pounds. And get this, it's made of roughly 60% fat, and it fits perfectly between your ears. Of course, I'm talking about the human brain. This small, kind of squishy organ is responsible for everything, literally everything, from our deepest thoughts to the simple, automatic act of breathing.
So over the next few minutes, we're going to go on a tour, zooming in layer by layer. We'll start with its role as the body's command center, then map out the whole nervous system. After that, we'll meet the 3 main regions of the brain, take a tour of the part that makes you, you, uncover its hidden core, and finally, see how the whole thing talks to itself.
Okay, first things first, let's establish what exactly we're dealing with here. The brain is, without question, the command center for your entire body.
And when I say command center, I mean it controls everything. Every single thought you have, every memory you hold dear, every emotion you feel, it all starts right here. It is the central processor for your entire life.
Now, if we were to look at a slice of the brain, you'd see it's not all one thing. You've probably heard people talk about gray matter and white matter. The easiest way to think about it is like this. The gray matter, which is mostly on the outside, is like all the individual computers in a huge network. It does the actual processing and thinking. The white matter, which is deeper inside, is like all the high-speed cables connecting those computers, transmitting information from one place to another.
But of course, the brain doesn't work in isolation. It's the headquarters of this huge body-wide network. So let's zoom out for a second and look at the map of that entire system.
This whole communication network is split into 2 main parts. You've got the central nervous system, the CNS, which is basically just the command center, the brain and the spinal cord. And then you have the peripheral nervous system, or PNS. And that's, well, everything else. It's all the nerves that branch out carrying messages from the brain to your fingertips, your toes, and every single organ in between.
Okay, time to zoom back into the brain itself. We can actually break this incredibly complex organ down into 3 main parts, a real power trio, if you will.
First up, we have the main event, the cerebrum. This is that big wrinkly part you always see in pictures of the brain. It's in charge of all the high-level stuff, your judgment, your ability to solve problems, speech, learning. Basically, your conscious thought lives right here. Tucked away at the back, we have the cerebellum. Its name literally means little brain in Latin. Its main gig is to coordinate all your voluntary movements. You know, every smooth, practiced action, whether you're walking across a room or typing on a keyboard, is being fine-tuned by this amazing little structure.
And last but not least, the brainstem. This is the critical bridge connecting the brain to the spinal cord. But its most important job is running all the automatic programs that keep you alive. All the stuff you never have to think about, like your heart beating or taking your next breath.
All right, now let's dive even deeper into that biggest part, the cerebrum. Because this isn't just one big blob. It's a collection of specialized zones where your personality, your memories, and your consciousness really come to life.
So the cerebrum is split right down the middle into 2 halves, a left and a right hemisphere. And linking them together is this massive bundle of nerve fibers called the corpus callosum. You can think of it as an information superhighway, making sure both sides are in constant communication with each other.
Right at the very front, you have the frontal lobe. This is like the brain's CEO. It handles your personality, it helps you plan for the future, and it's where you make all your complex decisions. Wondering what to eat for dinner tonight? Yep, that's your frontal lobe booking.
Just behind that is the parietal lobe, which acts like your body's built-in GPS. It helps you understand where you are in a room and how to navigate the world around you. It also processes all those physical sensations like touch, pain, and temperature from all over your body.
Way at the back of your head is the occipital lobe. It has one incredibly important job, processing everything you see. The light that hits your eyes is just raw data, until the occipital lobe steps in and turns it into the rich, visual world you experience every moment.
And finally, on the sides of your head, right near your temples, are the temporal lobes. These are the brain's audio and memory hubs. They're absolutely essential for understanding language, processing sounds, and forming new memories.
Okay, now we're going even deeper, underneath the cerebrum,
to explore the hidden structures that run all of our automatic programming, the parts that work silently in the background, keeping the whole show running.
You remember the brainstem? Well, it's actually a stack of crucial components. At the top, the midbrain helps with basic hearing and movement. In the middle is the pons, which is Latin for bridge, and it connects everything and helps with things like facial expressions. And at the bottom is the medulla, which handles the absolute must-have functions for survival: your heart rhythm, your breathing, and even reflexes like sneezing.
Buried deep inside all of this is the limbic system, which you can think of as your emotional core. It's got the amygdala, a tiny almond-shaped part that processes fear and kicks off your fight-or-flight response. It's also got the hippocampus, which is absolutely vital for making new memories. And then there's the hypothalamus, which acts like your body's own smart thermostat, regulating your hunger, your body temperature, and your sleep cycles.
So we've looked at all these different parts, and they all have these specialized jobs. But the final, and honestly the most amazing part of this whole puzzle, is how they all work together.
If there's one thing to take away from all this, it's that your brain isn't just a collection of separate parts doing their own thing. Not at all. It's a hyper-connected network of about 86 billion specialized cells called neurons, and they're all talking to each other, constantly, using tiny electrical and chemical signals. The smooth, unified experience you call reality is really just the grand symphony of these billions of cells all working together in perfect harmony.
Which really leaves us with a final, fascinating thought, doesn't it? This 3-pound organ inside our skulls can understand the vastness of the cosmos and ponder the mysteries of the universe. So what does it really mean when that very same organ turns its incredible power inward to try and understand itself? Definitely something to think about.